I didn't tell 15 to 20 people. I really, really didn't.
You've told more than 10. I don't lie. I know you've told more than 10.
Vogue, you forget. I'm a hermit. I haven't spoken to 10 people in a month.
Okay, you had 2 shows in Dublin, right?
Oh, well,
How
I
many
announced it
people
on
did you tell?
stage in the Olympia. Welcome to My Therapist Ghosted Me with the usual people, Joanne McNally and Vogue Williams. Joe Addywell's away. We have Imo. Just to set the scene for our listeners, I am in Killarney. Vogue is in London. I'm running a little low on pod equipment as I like to sprinkle things behind me in hotels and leave them there to start a new life with somebody else. So that means I have no mic or camera, but that's okay.
Yeah. Very organised girl. She'd no headphones last week. We found the headphones, so we're happy with that.
Remote podding isn't. It's not easy. She says, zooming in from her bed. It's not easy, you know.
I couldn't agree more as I sit here with my mic and my camera and my proper headphones. Couldn't agree more.
From the comfort of your own home, it's the packing for me is the real issue.
Ask me what's in my case for Australia.
Sorry, should we explain before, again, a little bit of context would go far in this situation. I'm gonna do a fake klaxon sound for your announcement.
Okay, go.
Or a drum roll, maybe. Brrr. What's that sound like? Phone ringing.
Brr, 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 brr.
Vogue, what is your news, please, for our listeners?
Finally, when you are listening to this, I am going to be in the jungle on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I'm a late goer. The rumours are true. I'm not a liar. I haven't been ignoring anyone. I just would rather pretend you didn't ask me the question so I don't have to answer. I leave tomorrow.
It's top secret information. It's where she was going into the White House. I mean, we've all signed NDAs. I can't even look my mother in the eye because she's like, is she going in? I'm like, I cannot confirm or deny.
I mean, I trust Pat. You probably could have told Pat, to be fair.
Good, because I tell Pat, yeah.
Okay. Joanne, I know that you'll have told loads of people, like with Spen, come on.
15 to 20 people tops, Vogue, I would say. Some of them I don't even know their names, but whatever. Look, the point is the story never got out. I can't be held responsible.
The story never got out. It couldn't be more out. I've had people stop me on the street and I'm like, like, you should be in Australia. I'm like, should I? Why? What's happening there?
I've been telling everyone. I've been ringing up girls I went to school with, haven't seen in 20 years, telling them.
There's nothing better when you have a bit of goss. There was a guy that we work with, me and Spen, and he kept asking me, are you going? And I was like, listen, I'm not. Like, stop asking me. I don't want to talk about it, blah, blah. And he was like, well, I'm going out for dinner with Spen tonight, but he probably won't tell me. I was like, Spenny will tell you within 3.5 seconds. He couldn't give a shite.
Me and Spencer kept ringing each other, taking turns to tell each other over and over again.
I tell you what, it's really hard for me, especially to keep a secret. But now I leave tomorrow. The bags are packed. I think I have everything.
For some reason, I thought you were about to say the bag's out of the cat, and I was about to laugh outrageously about the cat's out of the bag. You feel, but no, you were correct in what you were about to say.
The bags are packed.
Is out of the cat. She is going to the jungle, and I'm actually only taking the piss. I didn't tell 15 to 20 people. I really, really didn't.
You've told more than 10. I don't lie. I know you've told more than 10.
Vogue, you forget. I'm a hermit. I haven't spoken to 10 people in a month.
Okay, you had 2 shows in Dublin, right?
Oh, well, I announced it on stage in the Olympia. That might have been where you got the traffic.
That's where all the messages were coming from. Great. It was the worst kept secret, but I don't know, everyone's name seems to come out. Like when you see everyone who was announced for it, like who wasn't announced for it, then they were. So I don't know where that comes from, because everyone got ratted out. I suppose no one can hold their own water. No one can hold water.
Well, I think it's actually a really good way of getting a bit of PR for yourself as an ex-publicist and marketeer. How I start most of my sentences on a daily basis. I wouldn't mind
Did
throwing
you
my
used
own.
to work in a hotel?
Well, Vogue, I'm thrilled you asked. Obviously when I was checking into the hotel I'm in last night, I was giving them the whole spiel about my hotel experience.
I
in
used
America.
to. I used to do this.
Popping my head into the housekeeping. Hey, you girls, I'm one of you, you know. But it's a great way of getting yourself a bit of PR. Like, I will most certainly be throwing my name in the mix next year, I can assure you.
Yeah, I might chuck my back in again.
You
A
should.
return.
Yeah, you
She's
should.
going back.
Or maybe you're going to host it. Like, I swear to God, because I was sending you names that I was saying, oh, look, you're going to be in with such and such. And you're like, I don't think they're going in. I haven't heard that. So, yeah, it's a great way to just fire your name in.
I'm going in with Tom Reed Wilson, who's gas, and I've cycled by him a couple of times, and I'm like, might see you Sunday, Tom. And we're both just laughing at each other. So neither of us have confirmed it, but I'm assuming it's going to, I hope it's him. The worst part is, right, so everyone ends up getting papped in the airport. So tomorrow when I go to Heathrow, if they ask me, if they're like, where are you off to? I have to say, Dublin. And then when I land in Australia, what are you doing in Australia? I'm going to say I've got a part on Home and Away.
Are you serious?
Yeah, can't confirm until like so you'll watch this. I'll already be in. So I get trailed on Wednesday. So I go into the jungle on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm on air.
It's like you're going to speak at a tribunal. This is very much the money was only resting in my account. It's got serious Father Ted vibes. Do you remember that episode, Emma? Did you ever watch Father Ted? The money was only resting in my account.
Fair. That's a good excuse.
Yeah. Resting for a while now, but it was merely resting. It was napping.
I had a weird dream.
On its way to the revenue, it was simply napping. It was just taking a little break for itself.
I had a weird dream the other night about the jungle because, like, tonight I'm worried I won't sleep, but I don't really care because I'll be on a plane for so long I can sleep then because I'm getting quite nervous now about leaving the kids. Also, I'm going to put this here because it will stop any rumours or, like, family feuds or anything.
She's had a tit job.
That will be evident on the jungle.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find bras with a bit of fucking padding. I'm like, I'm not standing beside her or her in the shower. I look like I've gone inwards.
I would die laughing if we just arrived into Australia with a huge pair of tits, like double D's with the stitches still in them, and you're like, what? Just like,
I'm still
face.
choosing bikinis because one of them's not padded, and I'm like, if I turn to the side, I look like a fucking ironing board. But anyway, no. So I would like to say here,
yes,
I will not. My kids won't come out to greet me in the jungle. So if you get quite far, which I mightn't, I might get kicked out first. But if you get quite far, sometimes they'll like fly your family out. But my kids are very young and they're in school, and I will have to deal with the fallout of very little children flying for that long for 2 days. So I've asked for Spen not to bring them out. Whether he changes his mind, I don't know. And also Spen might not be there because he's doing his Project 7 and 7. So he finishes on the 7th in Antarctica. I finish on the 8th. So trying to get from Antarctica to Australia, that is why there is no family feud. I'm just putting it out there now because I was like, I need to make sure that people know that. But I was thinking of Gina. Gina be great crack.
Firstly, can I just say your combined level of professional ambition has me wanting to take a nap. I'm tired even just listening to the two of you. He's in the Antarctica. You're in the jungle. Where are you, Emma? I'm in bed, and will be watching all of this.
Oh my God! Do you have a show on the 8th? You could fly out and meet me. They'll pay for you.
I love a business flight, and I've just announced my Australian dates. I could do with a bit of Aussie. I could do with a bit of bridge time. Now, I'm not willing to share it with you though. I'd like just to be on the bridge by myself.
Just push me off the bridge. I'll be weak.
Push you off the bridge, yeah. You'll be weak.
Come and take the celebratory champagne and be like, fuck her. I'm on tour,
guys. Brisbane, Perth, Sydney.
It's in Brisbane. You're flying to Brisbane.
Oh my God. Are you going to be in Brisbane?
Yeah, so I fly to Dubai, 2 hours stopover, then to Brisbane.
Hang a couple of posters for me, will you? So
Do you want
do you
me
know
to do
what's
some
so
flyering? I've got a couple of down days.
I wouldn't. I mean, Vogue, I didn't want to ask you, but now that you've
I'm
offered it
more
to
than
me, put me on FaceTime and just walk me around the town, and I'll just do hear ye. How about that?
I have a great idea. Why don't I get pedophile tattooed to my forehead?
I was I didn't want to say, but I was hoping you get anxious preoccupied as a tramp stamp, so it could be the bad business.
Supposedly the plane trip home is wild as well. Everyone's just delighted and they're all getting locked on the plane because we all fly back together.
Stop!
Yeah.
I would. When I said, do you know how much I
Check
would
your
love to go?
dates. Check your dates. You'd fly on the 7th.
You know, I'm up to my.
Well, what am I
healing
talking about?
tits.
I could get kicked out in the first week. So don't do that. Actually, that will jinx me. Don't do it.
Okay,
It'll
fine.
jinx
Well,
me.
I'm on the road. So what are we looking at here? What's going on? What have you got any like things you're definitely not going to do? Because people, I'm so buzzing for you to go into this because people don't necessarily know how hardcore you are.
You see, I even though I'm terrified of most things, like who wants to hang around with insects? Nobody does. But my shame of not bringing back any stars or saying that I'm not doing it would be too high that I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. So I think I'm just going to try absolutely everything. I'm not going to whinge. I'm going to try my best not to be a whinger. Like it's going to be I'll miss knowing like what am I going to do in the morning when I wake up? How am I going to know if I'm tired or not? If I've slept well? How will I know? I won't have any of my devices. I have nothing. I can't even bring fake tan in. Nothing.
This is barbaric.
I know. Not a
You're
thing.
going to war. You're going to
I know.
war. You're
I
going
have
to
to wash
prison.
my knickers in a lake.
This is very Timotei vibes, isn't it?
I'll tell you
Somebody
what,
had-
I won't be. Everyone's like, well, you look sexy in the jungle shower. I'm like, no. Like, have you met me? Like, certainly not when I'm showering. I'll get shampoo in my eyes and stuff.
Well, folks, please remember, sex does sell, and as an ex-publicist and marketeer, I would be hoping that there is some attempt to be
Do you have a
sexy.
degree in marketing?
I have a master's in public relations, baby.
Do you? I
certainly
fucking
do.
know you do.
Oh. Oh, here's the phone. Hold on.
What has she ordered?
No, I rang down to tell them you're going to the jungle, so they rang me back. Hello? Hi.
Do you want to know the weird dream I had?
Oh, please, because then I'm going to tell you about mine, because it's mad. Go on.
So I was thinking, right? I was obviously thinking about like going in late, and everyone's like, "Oh God, you guys were in like 4 days later than us. You don't even have it." And not being accepted by the group and being worried that they wouldn't accept us. And then I had a dream that like I won loads of fruit or something in a challenge, and no one's had any fruit. They've only had rice and beans, and that I brought it back to the group. And then Jack Osborne took it away from me and said, "You can't have any because you've only just got in. Don't give her any fruit." And I was just left in the corner with my rice and beans, and he wouldn't give me any strawberries.
Sometimes dreams are so abstract, and sometimes they're very much what you see on the tin, aren't they? Like that is just very like kind of, what would you say? There's nothing to decode there.
I'd never thought I'd dream about Jack Osborne not giving me a strawberry. Just didn't see that in my dream life ever.
So last night, I didn't sleep very well the night before, so woke up this morning, went straight back to sleep, but put on a little documentary thing, which I think is why I lucid dream a lot, because it kind of keeps you slightly in your REM mode, I think, more so. And then so I had the dream, and the dream was insane. I was being watched by Furbies. Firstly, I realised in the dream, I thought I'd slept through the show, and I asked Garreau to slap me in the face really hard, and he did, and then I realised it was a dream. But then it went into like mad shit where I was eating all blue eggs, like I was cracking eggs and the yolk was blue. And then your one from Stranger Things was there, but she was topless. What's her name?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Great rock on her.
Do you know she had a dream about going down on Gemma Collins?
I did.
Imo. Yeah.
I think there's a tiny lesbian trying to push herself out in my subconscious.
I think so.
But it was just one of these dreams. But I knew it was a dream. And then there was a girl, and she was like, if it's a dream, you can kill me if you want, because it's not going to be real. And I was like, I don't think I want to ever experience that. Anyway, it was mental. And I'm just I'm glad I just read the blue egg thing. I was like, this is fucking Alice in Wonderland shit. This is bizarre. But yeah, Millie Bobby Brown was there topless. I'm sorry, Millie Bobby Brown. You didn't consent to that.
Oh my
But
God,
there you go.
that's very rude. I think there's gonna be some questions asked. Maybe you shouldn't watch me in the jungle shower. You might get turned on. You never know.
It's like Vogue. Tits look great. What?
Didn't tell you what happened to me the other day.
Go
I
on.
went to Winter Wonderland to the press night. So you get invited to the press night. I'm very lucky to
Oh
get
my
invited by
God.
Global.
Winter Wonderland is the new Purple Dragon. There's so much talk about it out of you lately.
Yeah, because it's November. That's all I'm going to talk about. Like, I'm probably, this is my only time to go because I'm away now for 3 weeks. I usually go 2 or 3 times. So anyway, I went to the press night with the kids, and I had spilt. So we're in the taxi. They're obviously being really full on. We'd gone to see Spen on his run, and then they spilled something down me. But I just put my jacket on, and because it's a press night, there's a lot of photographers there, so you have to go to a press wall kind of thing. I mean, I was wearing, because I'd run with Spenny as well, I was literally wearing running gear and this black jacket. I looked desperate. Everyone else looked amazing. And then I was like, God, my trousers actually feel soaking. So anyway, after all the pictures were taken, I went and sat in like the ball ride with Otto, and I was looking down and I was like, it looks like I've pissed my pants. And I had to ring Louisa, because my manager, I was like, oh my God, Louisa, it looks like I pissed my pants. They've just taken loads of pictures of me. She's like, it can't be that bad. I took a picture of it and it was worse. It was a full wet patch. I had to run back and be like to the photographers, please don't put those pictures out. I was like, it looks like I've pissed myself. And they're like, it doesn't. Look at the pictures. So I'm talking to like 6 different photographers being like, don't put them out if it looks like I've pissed my pants. Please, my kid spilled something on me.
But again, Vogue, this is a great bit of PR. If I ever get invited to Winter Wonderland, I'll fake. I would, that like it's a great way to guarantee coverage. You're not thinking this shit through at all.
I don't want to be known as pissy pants. I don't want to be known as pissy pants.
Well, are you aware that your Zoom name is now Knob Bag? I'm looking at
everyone.
Mine's Joanne. Imogen is down below, and you're a Knob Bag.
Well, if the shoe fits.
I think you've got bigger problems in your home.
Joanne, do you think I know how to change the name on that? Are you mad?
Knob Bag.
I'm Knob Bag for life now. I can't change that.
That is so funny. It's like, it reminds you of one of my funniest moments during lockdown. Do you remember when the guy put the cat filter on himself, and he was in that very serious corporate Zoom meeting? And they were like, Max, we just need to let you know you are presenting as a cat. And he was like, well, I don't know how to change it. We'll have to just continue. He was like reading out like an Excel doc with like this huge cat head on it. It was very funny.
The greatest Zoom that happened in lockdown, and I go and watch it sometimes because it's so brilliant, is Ming, the Irish politician, who was sitting in his knickers on his bed, scratching his arse, and it was in the European Commission. Do you not remember that? And his wife was in the background, asleep in the bed, and he's just like, and it comes, and then when it zooms out of him back to the European Commission or whatever it was, they're all just trying to hold in this laugh. He was in his fucking knickers. He had like a shirt on, so he was kind of nice from the top up, and he scratched his arse and everything in it. And I don't think that's enough airtime.
Oh no. Zoom has a lot to answer for. A friend of mine, we were laughing yesterday. I don't know how it came up, but her mother died years ago. Like, it could be kind of 15 years ago. And which actually isn't that long, but anyway, she said,
my dad was dead 15 years on Wednesday. That is
no
long.
way. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks a million. Congrats, Freddie.
Congratulations, Fred. He's still dead, is he?
Still dead, yeah.
Still dead. So, but she was saying, I think we were talking about singing, and she was like, I used to think I had a really good voice, which she said, but I was completely deluded. And she said, at my mother's funeral, I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She said, I don't know what I was thinking. It was the grief. Like I'm not like I'd never sang publicly before and got up and I said with the mic and all on the altar. She goes, yeah, got up,
No.
and yeah, and sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow at my mother's funeral. And
What a
she's not.
hard song.
I know, and she's not that type of person at all. Like, it's very out of character. And she said after no one said it was good. They all just said she was really brave. They're all like, that was brave. Fair play. She's like, okay,
Oh,
thanks.
You've got to be careful of the grief because I'm
Yeah.
convinced I got married the first time because of the grief. I'm sure that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. That's what I think
reckon?
happened.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, just you're kind of like you're a different person to what you usually are.
Yeah.
Listen, if there's any way to blame something else, you'll always blame
Ah,
something else, won't you? It's my dad's fault.
100%. Yeah.
My
And
mom,
maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah, well, no, I always think you should blame someone. I said to my mom once, I was like, that was your fault now. I was very upset you let me go to Australia. And she was like, how dare? I was like, it was your fault. And that's what I'm sticking to.
Mothers are gas though, and I you kind of have to leave them off sometimes because I think they're all we tend to blame them for most things really, or like they have such a huge impact on us and our growth and our development and stuff, but like they make massive mistakes themselves, you know, and they're also a product of whatever weird way they were raised and all that. But yeah, but sometimes like I thought stuff up with my mum and she's like, did I do that? I did not. I'm like, yeah, you did that. She's like, I'd forget my head. No memory of locking you into your room in a cage. No, obviously not that, but you know what I mean. Like,
My mom would literally be like, and so you probably deserved it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
probably deserved it.
yeah.
Wouldn't give a
There's yeah.
shite.
I think our mothers they're more like the defensive kind, perhaps. I can neither confirm nor deny if I'm going
Would you
into
ever
jungle.
do it? Would you ever do it?
Would I do it? Yes, if I felt the time was right. If I was going to do any of the reality TV shows, though, it would be Jungle. I would be, because like you, I'm not precious about stuff, and I'd happily chew on a kangaroo ball or whatever it is that they need you to do. And I think I'd be
I have
quite
a
good at getting the
bad
stars.
gag. Yeah, I have a bad gag reflex though. I have to say, if I have to, like,
Yeah.
I will eat the stuff, but if I don't like something, it could come back up.
That's where I did recommend getting into the bulimia before you went, so it would really minimise the
Yeah.
gag reflex. But you didn't listen to me, did you?
I
now
tried,
you're
you know.
down.
Well, there was a lot of things I was going to try and do. I was going to try and not eat chocolate for a while. I was going to try and cut my coffee down to one. I was going to try and stop the fizzy drinks. Did I do any of that? No, I didn't. I've just been so kind to myself because I thought about you. And I said, what would Joanne do? She wouldn't give a shite about her future self.
No.
So I've decided, fuck Vogue in the jungle.
Fuck Vogue, yeah, fuck Jungle Vogue. Treat yourself all day, every day. But it does leave me with a conundrum because Vogue, I can't do this podcast on my own. And you're not going to be able to do it from the jungle.
And
I
I would
thought
like you to...
I thought I was going on my holidays because Vogue was like, oh, I'm going to the jungle, so I won't be here for 3 weeks. So I was like, oh,
no.
go on my holidays. But of course, Vogue, my micromanager extraordinaire, was like, you're not going anywhere, bitch. We're gonna get people to come on in my place.
They're good people. They're good comedians. We're excited. It's
We're
going to be
excited.
good eps.
Can we say who we're having or not?
Yeah, I think we can. And also, I want you and the girls to ask people to vote for me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
shamelessly plug me. Imagine you started bitching about me if I was really annoying on it and you were like, God, that Vogue one's
I
a
know.
fucking nightmare.
I was like, ring 101 for Jack Osborne, guys. Ruby Wax is flying it in there, girls. That's who gets my vote. And what happens when you come out? Are you going to be like, how famous are you going to be? Like, I feel like, how's
We
this gonna
can't
affect
say
me?
that. You cannot say the word famous. Do you know what they asked in one of the interviews that they? So when did you realize? Because it's called I'm a Celeb. When did you realize that you were famous? And I was like, I can't.
That's a terrible
I
question.
can't. I was like, I can't answer that question. They were like, what do you mean? I was like, no one answered that question.
Yeah.
I was like, did anyone answer that? And they were like, no, everyone answered it. I was like, I'm not answering that. I'm Irish and I'll actually be barred from the country if I
Yeah,
talk about,
I know,
about
it's
myself like
awful.
that. No way.
I get asked that sometimes in interviews, like, why do you think you're so successful? And I'm like,
No.
what? Joanne McNally claims to be a massive success. Like, that's what they're awful questions. They're awful. Or the one I get is what's it like to be a woman in comedy. I remember someone saying to me before. I'm pretty sure I've heard of female comics walking out of
When they say that.
interviews. Can they have that? Yeah. Well, Eleanor Tiernan, who is a female comic, I think actually now I don't mind it as much, but at the start I was probably a bit more sensitive about it. She was saying she's like, I don't know because I've only ever been a female, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm in the petri dish. It's happening. It's rolling. I can't answer that question. Yeah, no, the kids aren't going, and Spencer's not going either, but she wants you to know there's no fuse.
We can hear the hang up.
Did you see the Sydney Sweeney drama?
Well, there's a few things that she's done. So she did an ad with, was it American Eagle?
Yeah.
And it was like jeans for, I've got good genes or something like that. It was a play on that it was a jean company, a jean campaign,
Yes,
but it was GENE. And people were just like pissed
They
off
thought
about it.
they felt it was kind of tone deaf and a little like kind of white supremacist vibes. Some people took it as. I didn't
Blonde,
give it any thought.
blue-eyed.
Yeah, but then I am a white woman with blue eyes, so that's probably why I didn't give it that much thought. But it didn't read to me like it was a play on white supremacy. But I think that would be as an ex-publicist and marketing professional, it would be a very ill-advised route to go down to do something like that.
Yeah.
But she also has there's a bang of MAGA offer. Apparently, there's a bang of. They think that there's, and of course she's, that's online. It doesn't go down well if there's anything like that. But anyway, she was interviewed by a Liberal recently who asked her, had she any comment on the drama around her being a white supremacist on a jean ad? And she said, I feel like if I have anything to say about anything, people will hear about it, i.e. fuck off. And of course, the internet exploded. Some people were like, fair play to her, who cares? Like, she doesn't, she's decided not to speak about it and she shouldn't have to answer it. And then other people were like, this is disgusting, this is gross. She should have acknowledged it.
You're never gonna make everyone happy. What I found strange that she did was, because I would never go against Taylor Swift ever. Not that I have any problem with her, but she started going out with Scooter Braun, who totally fucked over Taylor Swift, and it's like, that's an unusual. I mean, you can't help who you fall in love with, but supposedly he's a bit of a wank bag.
Yeah, he's a bit dodge, isn't he? But I do
bit
feel
like me, knob bag.
Knob bag. He's one of you. I do feel though there was she'd have kind of very I would say smug look on her face when she was saying she wasn't going to speak about it. I personally, if there was a massive fallout over the ad and I'd been in the ad, I'd be like, listen, like, can't apologise enough, wasn't the intention. There's all that you would say.
Yeah.
I don't think I would sit there with that weird smile on my face and say, there's something quite smug about her. There's just, I don't think she's handling what's going on with her at the moment well. I just don't think she's handling it well.
Supposedly there's a big fallout, so there's a new season of Euphoria coming out. If anyone hasn't seen Euphoria, watch season 1 and season 2. It's amazing.
I haven't watched it.
Oh my God, Joanne, you will love. Won't Joanne love it, Imo? No, you'll love it. You will
I might start
love
today.
it. Zendaya's in it, and supposedly her and Zendaya have had a big fallout. And I don't know, I get sound vibes off Zendaya. I just do.
Same. Yeah, I do as well. Yeah. Yeah, no, Sydney Sweeney's, there's something, she's having a bad run of it in the press and people, she's not popular on the internet is what I'd say. But then you wonder, and then, did you see this? Oh my God.
We should be on GB News, you and I. We've got some real hard-hitting stories on this pod. You can be Eamon Holmes. I bags not.
And ill-informed opinions, to be quite frank. Do you remember they asked me to be a contributor?
You and Nigel Farage going in holding hands.
They think she'd be a great asset. I was like, GB News. What if I accidentally tweeted in the middle of the night that I've been asked to go on GB News? Ruby Rose blames Sydney Sweeney for film's box office failure. So Sydney Sweeney has been in a film that's come out called Christie. And it was about The biopic tells the story of boxing champion Christy Martin and became one of the biggest flops of all time on its opening weekend, making just 1 million from 2,000 cinemas, a per theatre average of £495. So like that's, and I think this is all happening because of what's going on in her private life, or personal life, or kind of between the Scooter Braun and the white supremacy and the MAGA stuff and all that jazz, right? Despite the failure, Sweeney took to Instagram to defend the movie. She says, if Christie gave even one woman the courage to take her first step towards safety, we will have succeeded. Am I proud? Yes. We don't always make art for numbers, we make it for impact. Then Ruby Rose.
Tell that to the investors.
Yeah, I know. Do you remember
it's not for the money, guys. It's not for the money.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I want my money back.
This 60 billion project was a passion project for me, because it had none of my money in it. So, but do you remember Dakota Fanning was in a flop recently, and she came out and she goes, yeah, I agree, it was shit. Do you remember that?
No.
She was like, I get why it's a flop. Yeah. She goes, yeah, I didn't think it really worked either, to be honest. And
fair play to her. I like her as well.
So Ruby Rose, do you know who she is?
No.
And she's a good friend of Taylor Swift, so it's all connected.
Is Ruby Rose the Australian actress?
Ruby Rose, prominent figure in the
she is.
Prominent figure in the LGBTQ plus community, accused Sweeney of not being connected to this aspect of the character. Or maybe Christie's. Oh yeah, sorry, that's it. Christy Martin identifies as a lesbian and has been married to a woman since 2017. Rose, a prominent figure in the prominent figure in the lesbian community. You'd hope to be, wouldn't you? You'd want at the top of your game. Prominent figure in the LGBTQ community accused Sweeney of not being connected to that aspect of the character and called her a cretin. And obviously the stats on the Christie film are proof that this is having a real impact on her career. And the studios, she says, with no knowledge of how any of this works, if you could lose that much money for a studio, that they're not going to be banging down your door with for scripts.
You're absolutely correct, Joanne McNally.
And I will say, I'm taking an acting course next week. So Sydney, if she's not working, I'm happy to slip in. Take any roles. I'm doing an improv course, so yeah, send it my way.
That'll be fun.
I always said I couldn't act. I can't. Turns out I can. I did that Lifestyle Sports Christmas campaign, and I was watching the videos like, I can act.
Yeah, I thought for a brief moment, I thought, is that Al Pacino on screen? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. Hoo-ah!
Is that Jennifer Lawrence in a Lifestyle Sports campaign? Yeah.
I could have said something nicer. No, I was thinking more
big,
Robert.
Baby. Robert De Niro.
I thought Robert De Niro. And who did we always used to say about you? What's his name? Meatloaf. Remember?
Thank you. Meatloaf. Yeah. Meatloaf saving Christmas for Lifestyle Sports in his gym gear.
I get it.
Oh, Vogue's promoting Pedigree Chum again. Look, there she is, Afghan hound, winning crufts.
I swear to God, there was someone across the road from me with an Afghan hound. I swear to God, she was smirking at me. I felt
the hound or the woman?
The owner knew. The woman who owned the hound. I know. I did feel like I knew. Okay, I have two things to say to you. First of all, have you watched All's Fair?
I haven't, and I haven't. I want to, but I don't want to.
Please God, can people not ruin this for the rest of us? Even Imo loved it. It is so ridiculous that it's brilliant, and now I'm scared that everyone's been panning it so much that it won't come back like Sex and the City. It's so good. Like, Imo, do you look? I'm caught up. I'm like, fuck a duck. I'm not going to be able to watch it now because I nearly cancelled Going in the Jungle because I was like, I can't miss All's Fair. It comes out weekly now.
Does it?
Like 3 eps, then 1 came out, and the next one's out is on Monday. I'm not going to be able to see that. Great.
Did you hear she failed her bar exams, Kim?
Yeah.
And she was on the phone to her sister saying that her psychics are all full of shit.
Well, they were, weren't they?
Yeah, they're not. It wasn't just on this occasion. I might like to add there. You know how I feel about psychics.
Said psychics.
Oh,
so
yeah,
she has a few on the. I used to love that. Now I do have a girl who is more like a tarot reader, and she is amazing. Like, you'd love to even chat to her, Penny. she's in Ireland, and she's one that I would talk to, and I keep meaning to talk to her again, but I just haven't had time. Don't even have time to talk to a therapist at the moment. I have something I need to talk about. Joanne, you know I don't really like when you're right.
I am thrilled that you remembered to do
Mhm.
this because I forgot. Yes.
Yeah,
Now, I
I'm a
will. I await
turncoat.
your apology, please. I'm ready to receive.
Well, I'm not apologising because that's not in my nature.
Not what you do. Yeah. We'll do
I
the way
will
you
say,
do. I'm sorry, but.
okay, I am sorry,
Mhm.
but you might have been partly right
Yeah.
about the seasons.
Yes.
Because but I wouldn't say that you're fully right, because supposedly there are 2 calendars. But if I should probably be going by yours, but it turns out I am a turncoat.
Would you like to explain what you're talking about?
So Joanne said that she thought winter was in November, and I said winter starts in December because that's
Well,
what.
I'm more so said I think November is in winter.
Yeah, so November is in winter, and we were wondering why it was still quite warm. But I was going by the basically Met Erin. Does Met Erin do it as well? That's winter.
Well, yeah. So in Ireland.
So in
Ireland, Joe and Vogue both told me I was wrong, deranged, and a fool. And
I laughed about her, and then we bitched about her after as well.
They did, yeah.
And then
Yeah, they
yesterday
left
I
their
rang
mics
him, and
on.
I was laughing again yesterday. I was ringing about her, and I telling everyone about her, just slagging her off the whole time.
Mhm.
Joanne was going by the Irish Celtic calendar. So the Celtic calendar divides the year into 4 seasons: spring, Arach, summer. I'm not going to do all them. Autumn and winter, each lasting 3 months, starting with, unlike the solar-based modern calendar, the Celtic calendar is rooted in seasonal cycles and is marked by 8 festivals. Right, the 4 main Celtic seasons: spring, February, March, April. Now, I haven't seen anything pop up in February. I have not seen a single bluebell, but anyway, I'm willing to deal with this. Summer, May, June, July. What about August? Feels quite summery, you have to admit.
Basically, Vogue has taken the soup, which is a term that Irish people use for when an Irish person loses their soul in the UK.
Do you know what? I don't even drink soup. I don't like soup, and I have not taken any soup.
It is a saying. And you are soupy Max soup face. Shame on you. Egg on your face. Soup in your eyes.
Okay. How's your
Meanwhile,
flat
I'm
and
over
Clapham?
here eating
How's your flat and
shamrocks.
Clapham?
I'm here eating shamrocks, running for the Irish presidency at this point. You've lost your way, Vogue.
How come
Or
you
should I
did
call
a UK?
you-
Why
should I
why'd you
call
do
you
the
Lady
UK tour
Vogue?
first?
Why should I
Why'd
call
you do
you
the
Lady,
UK?
Lady Vogue?
You're going to be the next Bob Geldof, is what you're going to be. When you
Is
get
it?
knighted, you'll take the knighting.
She's
You'll
out
be
clay
knighted.
pigeon shooting at the weekend. Like a turncoat.
Anyway,
Look.
I am happy to go by the Celtic seasons, but I have to say, I don't think that August is. I just feel like weather-wise, maybe it's because things are changing, but I think for me, it feels more like we should probably go with the solar-based calendar, not the English calendar. It's called the solar-based calendar.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
the solar. I go by what the sun tells me, and the moon.
You
is my
are.
tides.
Everyone knows you are a massive naturist. Am I going to have to listen to the pod when you're not here to see if everything is okay?
Yeah, sure. Like that's ever going to happen in a million years. Like,
Listen to myself.
you know that really clever fella who does all the planet stuff? What's his name? All the stars that you're looking at are suns, and they all have their own solar system. So they've all these, so all those hundreds and hundreds of stars, and also those stars' lights went out millions of years ago. So what you're seeing is the actual past. I was freaked out last night, nearly couldn't sleep. What's
They
his
are
name?
dead. They're dead,
Yeah.
technically. Yeah, I know. It's mad, isn't it? Isn't space mad?
Space
You're
is
talking
mad. I
about
don't.
the space fella. Brian
Yeah.
Cox.
Yeah, Brian Cox. That's him.
I'll never forget a woman I knew, kind of by not very well, but she was kind of a friend of a friend. She went down a kind of a big conspiracy lane, and she basically, and we all went. That starts with a bit of journaling and it ends with being a flat earther.
Yeah.
And she,
I've lost a couple of friends to that, by the way. Just like the over conspiracy theories where
Yeah.
it kind of gets to a point where like they're trying to scare you out of drinking tap water and stuff
Yeah.
that you're being, yeah.
yeah,
Shame,
and that
shame.
Ellen DeGeneres is a lizard. That, you know, that's it. That's where ultimately it ends. And
Okay, no.
she was saying, she was online, she was doing Insta stories, and her son was in school learning about space, and
Yeah.
she was on doing Insta, and she was saying to her son, "I'd take all that with a pinch of salt now."
Oh,
I.e.
stop.
space, yeah. So like she wouldn't believe in the moon landing and all that kind of thing, yeah.
I know somebody who basically, who believes that there's like a hole, like we're inside a hole or something. But Buzz Aldrin, who
Inside a
was one of them,
hole or something.
yeah, something crazy like that. But Buzz Aldrin has been coming out and saying, and I don't know if it's clipped up differently or something like that, but there's been a
Yeah.
couple of occasions where he's been saying that there was no moon landing. But Spenny had an astronaut on his pod, and the astronaut was like, "Why are you asking me that question? That's like basically it's the most ridiculous question I've ever heard in my life. Why you ask me that question?" And Spen was like, "Well, it is on the internet." But like, I don't know if Buzz Aldrin means to do that, but he's basically saying that he didn't land on the moon. Now, I
Buzz
believe there
Aldrin-
is.
Buzz Aldrin to me is that little doll who sings to infinity and beyond.
No, that's Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Do you know what, Joanne? You can get stuffed. August is definitely in summer. August is in summer. I'm not having it.
It's a very Vogue way to defend an argument. She's like, look, the facts are in your favour. However, I feel that the seasons are marked incorrectly. And this is what I'm going to do about it.
And that is that for this podcast.
Yeah. And let's wrap it up just there when I've said the last thing.
Will we? Do you remember doing that when you were younger and your parents would be like, "Don't answer back, fine. Don't say anything again, I won't." And you just couldn't stop.
Last word.
Yeah. Yeah. Last word, Jinx.
So when this airs, you will be in the jungle promoting my Australian tour. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll be out. If anyone wants to see me, I'll be around the Brisbane area for a couple of days before heading into the jungle on the Wednesday. I will be flyering for
Perfect.
Joanne's tour.
Yes.
And yes, I will have some discount codes for the tickets that she has kindly given me. And it's going to be a bit like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. One of the leaflets will have a free anxious preoccupied bag on it.
I might give you the purple jacket I'm wearing in the poster to wear when you're coming out of the bridge.
Oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. Brilliant.
Also, feel free to drop the name in. Does that air? I'm also going to New Zealand. Just if you think of it, Auckland, Wellington.
Sure. Well, listen, I'm not a lazy girl. If you want me out there and you want me to pop over to New Zealand after, that's okay with me.
That would be great.
Okay,
delighted. So I am on the jungle basically, but I don't have to go anywhere. Perfect.
Oh my God.
Vogue, if you don't fucking win that jungle for us, I swear to God.
Don't.
You're not coming back in the podcast. I'm not going to have a loser on this thing.
Ireland can vote, but I can't vote. But I think you can get free VPN things. They're not illegal, by the way. You can get free VPN things, which means you can vote. So try and find a way to vote, Ireland. Come on. And England, listening, please. And Scotland. And Wales, sure. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales.
We bought those dodgy boxes. Let's get this across the line.
Come
Let's
on.
get this across the line.
If I don't win, do you know what? If I don't win, you're not on the pod anymore because it's your job to be back here asking people to vote for me with your new co-hosts.
Yes, well, I will rally the troops for you. I will do my very, very best. I really will.
Every time you're on stage, I want you to have something up behind you with the number to call to vote for me. And I don't think that's a lot to ask, considering I'm flying for your new shows. Flyering.
Folk, I can't help you in Ireland now what you've have to done with the seasons. It's over for you over there. Here. It's over for you.
I'm off to have a burger for lunch because I'm really lapping it up. Yeah. Gotta go have a burger for lunch and I'm gonna have pad thai for dinner. And then tomorrow I'm gonna eat everything within my sight. I'm gonna be like Pac-Man and I'm not prepared to give up coffee or anything for the jungle. So
I can't believe I get to spy on you in the jungle now for ages. This is great.
I know.
It's like having the Google doorbell on full time.
I hope I don't make a show of myself and I hope I have the best time ever and I'm gonna miss you all, listeners included.
Bye, Vogue.
Bye.
See See you later.